Okay. Hey guys. So this is finally like the video. I know it's been like a month since I put up a new video, and to be honest, it's just because I just didn't have time. The holidays were up, and then school just took on like a life of its own basically because I just couldn't find the time, and now finally I do have the time to go into a new video. And just an update real quick on the vlog I said I was going to put up. I ended up not really liking how the vlog turned out, so that one won't be going up, but I will be putting up a video on my vlog channel. There might be another video that goes up that will also involve someone else in it, but for right now I'm just trying to get this video done and try to get as many videos as I can done, just so you guys can have a video up on the channel that you guys can watch. And so going into what I was gonna talk about today, and this book review is about Cassandra Clare's Mortal Instruments series. I was gonna say trilogy, but there's not 3 books, there's more than 3. But so if you guys don't know what the Mortal Instruments is, it's basically a book about a girl, Clary Frey, who's 16, and she finds out that she's actually a part of this like huge like other world called the Shadow World, and she's a shadow hunter, which they protect humans from everything that like goes bump in the night, you know, demons, and there's downworlders. There's all this kind of like fantasy elements to this on a modern with a modern twist in modern New York City. It does have a prequel series, which I will probably talk about in another video, but I'm not doing a specific book just because it's an entire series, and you should really just read the whole series. This is the new cover on it. I don't really like the new covers. I liked the old ones better, but it is now a TV show on Freeform, which is the new name for ABC Family. And if you're not like in the U.S., it's on Netflix, I believe. That's what I've heard. And I really like it. I've been watching the TV show, and it seems like it's following the book as much as it can. You know, it's a TV show. Of course, they're gonna change things. The movie wasn't as disappointing as I thought it was gonna be. It was still kind of disappointing, but I really like the TV show, and they're just doing a really good job with it. And the books, like I always tell everyone, the books are always better than any kind of adaptation, whether if it's a TV show or a movie. You know, there's only like rare instances where it's not as good. An example would be like the Vampire Diaries. The Vampire Diaries, I love the TV show a lot better than I loved the books. But with the Mortal Instruments, it's just a really great series. The main character, Clary Frey, she's kind of like headstrong, and she's not very cautious, but she hasn't been in the Shadow World for a while. But there's just many different elements. There's different kinds of shadow hunters, like that you figure out there's so many downworlders. Like there's so much mythology put into this series that if you love like mythology and you love fantasy, this is like the book series for you. This is the series that you want to read. And Cassandra Clare does such a great job of making these characters real and making them like just making you love the characters. There are a few like different romance elements to it. That's a given for any kind of young adult book series. It's mostly between the main character Clary Frey and then a shadow hunter named Jace Wayland, and it's a very complicated relationship, which you'll find out when you read them. There's no spoilers. But Jace is just an all-around like great character. Like I found myself loving Jace like from the first moment I read his description. I read like what his personality is like, you know. He's very sarcastic, very sassy. He's very protective of the people that he loves. He's just a great character, and he's a great, like, he's kind of that character that you just wish was real. And the same goes for Alec Lightwood, who is a parabatai to Jace. And a parabatai is basically like, they're basically the other half to your soul, I guess you could say. That's how they're bonded, you know? They're one soul occupying two bodies. That's basically how it's written. And Alec is just like one of those characters where you just want to jump inside the book and give him a hug because he's just that character. And there's just so many different like elements to the book series, and there's so many different mythologies. There's so many different stuff. There's even I don't have it with me right now. It's in the other room, but they actually have a book that like is a companion piece to the Mortal Instruments that talks about like the Shadow World, the different mythology that surrounds the whole Shadow World in the Mortal Instruments. And I love that they have that because it makes it a lot more real. And when you read the books again, you kind of like find yourself being like, oh yeah, that's how it works. And it answers any questions you have about like how the mythology works in this universe that Cassandra Clare has made. And there's 6 books in the series, and I know it's a lot. That's kind of a lot. I mean, Harry Potter was 7 books. I finished all of them, but it took me forever to read the Mortal Instruments just because of the fact that I basically had no time when I first like got the books. I had no time to read them. But now that I finished them, like I finally finished the last one, City of Heavenly Fire. That one was just epic, and it tied into the prequel series, The Infernal Devices, and I just loved every aspect of it, especially because it answered a lot of questions that I had regarding the second to last book, which I can't keep track of the title names. Like, there's too many books. I can't keep track of the title names. It's not like Harry Potter where you tell me a number and I know exactly which book it is, but just the whole series is just great, and I just can't like tell you guys how much I loved reading the Mortal Instruments. I originally heard about it on my recommendations on my Kindle books because I got a lot of fantasy books that I wanted when I first like got my Kindle, and so Amazon always gives me like the recommendations. These are recommended for you based on the books, based on your purchases and stuff like that. And so it came across City of Bones, which is the first book, and I read like the sample of it, and I just instantly fell in love with it, and I just had to buy the book, and I bought it, and now I'm obsessed with the books. I'm obsessed with the TV show. It's just great to see like how far it can go, just seeing how the TV show goes and how it's going to tie into the books and how true they're going to stay to it. And I hope they've stayed pretty true to it so far, so I guess that's all I'm going to have to review for this one. There wasn't much that I could say about it without spoiling anything, but it's just a really big recommended book for me. If I were to ask someone like if someone were to ask me what's a fantasy novel that you think that I should read, and I would say City of Bones. It's the first in a series called The Mortal Instruments. That's just basically how it was. And I'm going to stop the video here just because I can go on all day about it, and I'll probably give you spoilers, and I don't like giving people spoilers. So that's the end of this video. If you guys liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to get updated whenever I make a new video. I'll see you guys later.